Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain the movie called Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. The story is inspired by the classic fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel. It also starts off with the children being abandoned by their father in a forest where they enter a gingerbread house and are captured by a cannibalistic witch. The witch forces Hansel to continuously eat sweets to fatten him up and enslaves Gretel. However, just like the fairy tale goes, the siblings outsmart her and manage to incinerate her in the oven. 15 years after the incident, the brother and sister duo managed to make a name for themselves in the field of witch hunting, having slayed hundreds of witches by then. What makes them very effective hunters is that the pair is somehow immune to spells and curses. Unfortunately, the incident in the gingerbread house has left Hansel changed with a magic-induced form of diabetes, so he needs a shot of insulin every few hours or he will die. Hansel and Gretel, who are now adults at this point, arrive in the town of Augsburg and prevent the execution of a beautiful young woman named Mina who had been accused of witchcraft. The mayor has hired the duo to rescue the town's missing children who are presumed to have been abducted by witches. Berenger, the sheriff of the town who had premeditated the almost execution, hires trackers of his own to the hopes of disgracing the mayor and cementing his power. Hansel and Gretel begin their mission and manage to make progress by capturing a horned witch and discover that the witches are preparing for the coming blood moon, where they plan to sacrifice 12 children to gain immunity from their greatest weakness, fire. As the blood moon approaches, the witches double their time in collecting children for their sacrifice. Muriel, the Grand Witch, attacks the town with her army to abduct another child. Muriel attacks Gretel, who is rescued by an aspiring witch hunter fan of theirs, Ben. Meanwhile, Hansel finds himself in a chase, but falls from the witch's broomstick and is lost in the forest. The morning after the attack, Mina, the woman they rescued from the attempted execution, finds Hansel hanging on a tree. She takes him to a nearby spring and heals his wounds, making love in the healing waters of the spring. On the other hand, Gretel is attacked by Berenger and his men, mercilessly beating her. Fortunately, Muriel's troll, Edward, is in the area. Edward kills Berenger and his men and tells Gretel that he helped her because trolls serve witches, which left Gretel puzzled. Brother and sister finally reunite and begin to strategize as to how they will put a stop to the blood moon sacrifice and take the children home safely. They carry on with the journey and discover an abandoned cabin that they learn is a witch's lair and their childhood home. They encounter Muriel and she reveals to them the truth of their past. As it turns out, Hansel and Gretel's mother was a witch who married a farmer, their father. Their mother, Adriana, was a white witch, that is why the siblings are immune to black magic. Muriel narrates that on the night of the last blood moon, she was planning to use the heart of a white witch to complete her potion. Adriana was her first option, but found her too powerful, so she decided to use the young Gretel's heart instead. To get rid of Adriana, she revealed to the townspeople that Adriana was a witch. The resulting angry mob burned her alive and hanged Hansel and Gretel's father, who had been trying to protect them by leaving them in the forest. The siblings battle Muriel, but she manages to stab Hansel and abduct Gretel to complete her long overdue ceremony. When Hansel finally regains his consciousness, the first person he sees is Mina, who reveals herself to be a white witch. She heals him again and uses a grimoire to bless his arsenal of weapons. She offers to help him, and together with Edward, they set off to rescue Gretel and the children. The trio manage to arrive just in time to disrupt the blood moon Sabbath. Working together, Mina slaughters the dark witches with a Gatling gun, while Hansel frees the children. Edward defies Muriel and releases Gretel before Muriel throws him off the cliff. Muriel manages to escape, but Hansel, Ben, and Mina were quick to follow her trail to the original gingerbread house that has since rotted and decayed. Muriel kills Mina before Hansel manages to shoot her. The siblings engage Muriel in a brutal fight that ends with them decapitating her with a shovel. They burn her body on a pyre and collect their reward for rescuing the children. In the end, they head out on their next witch hunt, now accompanied by Ben and Edward. In the end, it is implied that the siblings, together with their newfound crew, continue their mission of destroying dark witches as well as spreading the news that not all witches are evil.